Well, what's going on? I know y'all cats ain't heard from me in a minute. There's a lot of festivities that done taking place in the world of professional wrestling. Tony Khan and company is coming off a crazy man AEW pay-per-view called Dynasty. As usual, you know the script. Tony Khan can't help himself. I just wish the man would just cut the dead weight, get rid of the pre-show matches, and I probably wouldn't have done Kyle O'Reilly in the match. I wouldn't. I'm gonna be 100 because look what happened. Now Gabe Kidd got a doggone dislocated shoulder. They just won the trios titles, built around that. I don't care if Kyle O'Reilly is from freaking Canada, from Vancouver. I'm not doing that. Tony Khan got to learn quantity over quality, or the other way. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. WrestleMania is this weekend. I'm gonna miss night one. I got a business meeting I got to handle. I'm going out to Wisconsin. I'll be out in Wisconsin, so I will literally be missing night one. Night two, I'll catch night two. Let's go ahead and talk about Dynasty. I don't care nothing about the pre-show. The only good thing that happened on the pre-show was Camille is back, and more than likely that girl is winning the TBS title tonight. She will defeat my girl Willow for the TBS championship. I can't wait. Now, let's talk about the main card. We opened the show. Young Bucks versus Okada and Takeshita. Takeshita finally turned babyface. He said, I had enough of this middle finger clown Japanese guy who think he all that in a bag of chips, and basically took the guy who brought me in, and now he treat me like I'm an afterthought. I'm done with these fools. I'm finished. I'm out. I'm moving on. Young Bucks are now the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the road to the TLC that is going down. Now, as for how Tony Khan builds that, we got to wait and see. I thought everybody did good. Young Bucks look great. Okada, you know Okada gonna clown. He gonna do the clown stuff like he always do. Listen, I never knew Okada had all this silliness in him, but he's playing the heel role perfectly, but he is goofy as possible. I never known Okada to be a straight up goof, but Okada is a goof to the highest order, and I love every moment of it. But my man Takeshita is getting that doggone international champ or continental classic title. He getting it, ladies and gentlemen. It's bound to happen. It's going to happen at Double or Nothing. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm all here for it. Next, Chris Jericho makes his return back to the crib, and he is going against Mr. Ricochet. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Khan shocked the mess out of me because I had Jericho win, especially with Ricochet being in the hot seat with all the goofy stuff he got going on outside of pro wrestling. You all know what I'm talking about. Jericho actually put the man over, and he beat him with his own move, the Lion Salt. Now, yeah, Bishop Kong and Toa Leon was out there cheating their tails off, but Ricochet got the best of him. Now, as for does this continue? Probably, because we know how the Jericho vortex is. Jericho always want to get his get back, so you know this ain't nowhere near forward. But the fact that Jericho put him over, which is crazy, because I thought Jericho was going to win. And ladies and gentlemen, Jericho actually looked good. For being gone for a whole year, the man actually looked like he didn't lose a step or nothing like that. So I got to give props to him and Ricochet for putting on a solid matchup, but Ricochet gets the dub. Now we move to, I believe, what came after them? The AEW Tag Team titles. Listen, FTR is on a generational run right now. I think this is the best run they've had since being in the AEW. People can debate, they can say which run they like better. Stokely is playing his role perfectly. Yes, he is a clown heel. I'm not stupid. Yes, he's a goofy heel, but he's doing his role perfectly. Now, they almost lost the titles because Christian had threw Stokely into the ring, and once he got in the ring, he rolled right into FTR, and they thought that he was trying to screw up stuff and all that. So he said, no, it wasn't me. Now, going into this, Christian's arm was already jacked up, so it was almost like they was handicapped anyway. Adam Copeland tried everything in his power. Yes, they cheated their tails off. He got whacked in the head, hard style, with the doggone AEW Tag Team title was bleeding all over the place. Listen, they tried. They legit tried, but they failed, ladies and gentlemen. They failed. FTR is still standing here as your as your AEW Tag Team Champs right now. Kudos, man. Listen, FTR is on a generational run right now. I'm well pleased. I'm well pleased. I'm just interested in the story of how we're gonna get to the TLC match. That's my biggest thing, because as right now the tag team division is on point. It's on point. TK can do a whole lot of things better, but the storyline to how we get to All In is where we are right now. FTR is on the run. They are on a crazy man run right now, and it's just nuts. It's nuts. I want to say we got, let's see, what came after that? Because I'm trying to remember. Like I said, usually I take notes. I didn't take notes because, like I said, the shows be so freaking long. Like I said, I just wish Tony Khan would cut the dead weight. We got, Darby Allin versus Andrade. Great match. Darby showcased that he don't need to do the hardcore stuff to have a technical match. Great. Him and Andrade, and it was for the number one contendership shot. So he is the number one contender. And tonight, there's a lot of uproar in the IWC. Tony Khan and company, I don't know which way you go. But all I say is, if you are going the way that a lot of people think you're going, you better have a great plan in mind, because I personally feel MJF should retain. That's just me. I get it. You're trying to make a pop and all that stuff. Yeah, Darby's at the crib and all that stuff, but I wouldn't. MJF is on the generational run right now. I would not do it. I know it's going to be a lot of butthurt fans, because a lot of people want to see Darby get the job done, but I wouldn't do it. I legit would not do it. I'm serious. I wouldn't. After that, I believe this is when we got Thekla versus Jamie, and hard hitting. Jamie tried, but she came up short. Thekla is still your AEW Women's Champion. Now this. Will Ospreay and Moxley, best Moxley run, period. This is the best Moxley run he's had in a long time. Will Ospreay came in, popping that man with that elbow right away, trying to get the match done. And he kept trying to tell the man, you ain't trying to make this personal. You just not. But unfortunately, he did. And Moxley destroyed the boy's neck. I mean, pile driver after pile driver, shoulder move, and all of this. I'm like, dog. I'm like, how the clown is Will Ospreay supposed to even continue after getting that beat down on him and all that crazy stuff? I'm like, it's nuts, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy. Ospreay lost. He lost, ladies and gentlemen. He lost, and I'm like, hey, I don't know where we go from here, but all I know, Will Ospreay needs to be winning that classic. I mean, that classic, the Owen Hart Cup tournament. If it's not, it's easy between him and Darby that's gonna win it. After that, I believe we move on to the trios titles, which we did not need. We didn't need that match. We did not. We did, because now Gabe Kidd is sitting on the shelf right now. They literally just won. Gabe Kidd, my man, Finland's son, and Connors just literally won the trios titles. I said, Tony, that is the stable squad to build your trios division around. What did Tony Khan say? Hey, we're in Vancouver. Nobody from Canada has been winning, so let's go ahead and have Kyle O'Reilly come back and this lazy, cheesy man clown segment where Orange Cassidy was on the couch and what's my boy name? I can't even think of my dude's name right now. Always yelling all the time. He come out the door, talk about some dang orange and all this stuff. I'm like, pfft. And then Kyle O'Reilly come out of nowhere. I said, oh boy. And guess what? Gabe Kidd doggone dislocates his shoulder, and they win the trio title. So I said, why the clown do we need this? We didn't need it. The show is already freaking 1,000 trillion years long. We don't need it. I wish Tony would wake up. Man, you don't need all these matches on the show. You just don't, man. It's already draining, because, like, I get it. Yes, AEW is the quote-unquote we're the best wrestler, but it's just too much, ladies and gentlemen. It's literally too much. It's too much. I'm like, man, come on now. I'm like, come on, bro. Roger Strong, thank you. This is Roger Strong. I'm like, build up. If you wanted them to eventually win the trios titles, build up to it. Man, the trios titles are turning into the freaking 24/7 title they used to be in WWE, where R-Truth was just the dominator of that, because he was winning it like 18 trillion times a week. Stupid. I'm like, you turning your trios division into a straight up joke, and I don't like that stuff. I don't like that. I don't care about that stuff at all. That stuff it's a joke. It's a legit joke, ladies and gentlemen. I hate that. I feel bad for Gabe, because my man, he finally got something. He finally got something stable. And you go and you do this, and he gets hurt. All this because we're going to quote unquote have multi-man matches and all this nonsense. I'm like, no, you can kick rock, you can move on with that foolishness. But anyway, I digress. Now we get to the main event. MJF, Kenny Omega Part 2. The God of Pro Wrestling versus the devil himself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. If I get on WWE land for being so satanic with all the satanic intros with Seth Rollins and everybody being on demonic mode, what make you think I'm going to give this fool MJF a pass? You crazy as the best bug. Now, recently Tony Khan was with my man's Vince Russo and Coach, and he had the nerve to say that he was a quote-unquote believer. Now, you got all this demonic satanic crap going on in your interests. You got people doing rituals and all this satanic crap. You talk about you a doggone believer. Tony Khan can miss me with all that nonsense. I ain't stupid. MJF running around here with the devil thing going, got upside down crosses and all this demonic stuff. I'm like, listen, ladies and gentlemen, look, I might be a fan of MJF, but all this satanic demonic stuff, I'm just, no. He getting a little bit too out of hand now. You got all these upside down crosses and all this demonic stuff. I said, I don't know, man. And you already know what they was trying to say. Kenny was quote unquote representing the Most High, while MJF was representing the devil. And you know dang well in real life, Satan can't even touch the Lord. He can't. So let's get that foolishness up out of here. That demonic picture that Tony Khan was quote unquote trying to paint. But he had the nerve to go on Vince Russo's show and say, yeah, I'm a Christian. Nah, stop it. You can miss me with all that nonsense. You can miss me. So anyway, the match itself, great. And right before the match started, Bryce told MJF, you better give me that doggone ring. He like, man, what you talking about? No, give me the ring, because we know this is how you do. You always cheat to win, and you always have to use that ring. Well, ladies and gentlemen, later on, that ring is going to become a serious factor, because that's normally what he does. So, the one-winged angel, man, he was trying. He tried everything in his power, and what MJF was focusing on was the gut. He kept hitting that gut, and he tried, and in the gut, it couldn't. So he was finna do the move, and Bryce got ran into. Kenny Omega ran into him. Bryce got laid out. He was knocked out cold. So they ain't got no ref. He do the one-winged angel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just get pinned. But no ref. I said, yep, you know what's going on. You know how that works. I don't have to explain to you. You know exactly how that works. So anyway, Paul comes out there to try to save the day, but it's Notaville. And he got his back turned. Meanwhile, MJF goes and digs in the doggone Bryce's pocket, pulled out that ring, pops Kenny Omega in the doggone chest where his gut situation is, and that was the end. He does his move, match over. 1, 2, 3, put him through the doggone table. It was a wrap. It was over, and he retains. And earlier we got a promo from Darby Allin about him putting his number one contendership on the line tonight. Like I said, I'm in the camp. Keep it on MJF. But if Tony Khan does decide to go this route, if he decides to go this route, and it's a big if, you better have a serious plan in mind on him having this title run, because more than likely he ain't gonna have it to double or nothing. More than likely that you're gonna run it back and MJF gonna get it right back. But I would just keep it on MJF. I literally would. If you really want Darby to win it, I would just build up Darby until it's time. I wouldn't just go ahead just because you're trying to quote unquote go after WWE, because WrestleMania is a hot joke right now. But it is what it is. So again, I always say it, Tony Khan, the company, he is the king of the pay-per-views, but the problem is the stuff is just too dang long. You don't need no matches on the pre-show, and the conglomeration match versus the dogs or whatever, you didn't need that. So you cut those 3 matches out, and you cut the trios match out. What is that? We 8 matches. 8. and we would have been done. Everything else was cool. I was cool with everything else. I was cool with Tekla and Jamie. Jamie tried. Jamie got beat. I'm telling you, she got jumped. Now, on the pre-show, her girl beat Marina been losing like a crazy. That's crazy. Marina Shafir been losing to everybody. She lost to Jamie's road dog, Alex Windsor, a.k.a. Mrs. Will Ospreay. But, and it's like, man, just shorten your shows. That's all we ask. Just shorten your shows, man. But it is what it is, y'all. So that's my honest take. 7 out of 10. I would have gave it an 8, but it's just too dang long. It's too long, man. It's 2 shows are just. I told you the only one you can go crazy at is All In. That's your WrestleMania. Everything else, let's just cut the dead weight. Cut the pre-show matches. Cut the one match you don't need with that conglomeration crap. Get that trash out of here, and we good. We good, man. But it is what it is, man. I feel like a broken record. I tell y'all all the time. Every time I do a review for Dynamite for AEW pay-per-view, I feel like I'm saying the same exact thing. Shows off the chain. They're just too dang long, you know. But it is what it is, man. So y'all already know what to do. Hit the comment section up. Let me know what y'all think. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll holler at y'all cats later. It's your main man, KCFL, King Self for Life Wrestler Takes. I'll let you, boy.